Okay, I'm about to smoke and talk with y'all. But it's awfully cute. Just showing you the fit. I'm not going anywhere. Just put it on. Okay. Anyhow. Now, these animals is crazy. They are gay. And why are they gay? Because my cat is in heat. And the puppy got on top of her. And the puppy don't know. The puppy just wanna, okay, y'all, damn. She just wanna play. And the cat taking advantage of her, like, scooting her butt up on her, like, yeah, because the cat in heat. And the puppy don't understand. She's just like, I just wanna play. So the cat is a predator. An apex predator, because she's a cat. But she's a predator, and she's a sexual predator and an apex predator all in one. Just like you men. Men are also the same. I guess men and cats have a lot in common. I have a lot in common with cats too, but this puppy's crazy. I don't even know how to like set this up in a way to just set it up. That's not necessarily gonna work. The lighting is terrible in here. This is also I like my car. Whoa, it's bright. Let me fix the screen. Nobody's up there. It's in July. They're like, bitch, we are not up at this time. Well, I am. I've been up. I try to comb my hair a lot, brush out my hair. No matter what I do, it feel like it always needs to be brushed. I could just brush it, and it feel like it needs to be brushed more. It's just, it's very thick right now. It's very thick. I'm like, aye. Look, you can't go far. You can't go far in this shit. And I brushed it a lot. I brushed it out a lot. But this shit is just absurd. Anyway, I was thinking today about the bullshit that Christianity indoctrinates. Hello, you wanna say hello? Hi. Say hello. Say hello. Say hello, baby. Baby. You in the camera. She's like, who's that puppy? You know who it is. You know it's you. All right, don't start with me. Yes. All right, you biting. Come on. The biting. No biting. No biting. No biting. All right, stop. Stop. You want a belly rub? You want a belly rub? Go chase the cat with that energy, because I don't know. She's got that energy. I don't got that energy for that. You got the energy for that. I don't got the energy for that. Biting, because she teething. I don't know how this could even like be set up in a proper way, but okay, well, more of the story. And then they'll teach you in this bullshit organized Abrahamic religion to put your husband above your children. And my mom was a traditional wife. She was actually an atheist, but she still lived by Christian values in her real life anyway, because she was very male-centered and a pick-me. And she chose her husband over her kids. And on her deathbed, who's there for her? Not her husband. Did you know? Stop jumping on me and scratching me. It hurt. Stop. Did you know 70% of men leave their wives when she becomes terminally ill? They don't take care of their wives. My dad acted like a big baby, didn't want to help at all. In fact, I was really the only person that did much for her. And I couldn't even be there like that because he wasn't there for me. I had my own kid and own stuff going on. And it's like, I try to be there for you, but you was, oh, there's one of your balls. but it's crazy how you picked a man who molested me and abused me over your kids. You chose a man over your kids, and in the end, he was not there for you. And she was like, oh, when I'm here with him, I might as well be alone. But you married him. And the kids that you neglected and let that man abuse because, oh, I got to put the man before my kids. Look where it ended you up. That man ain't taking care of you while you dying now. And you died. And he definitely made it harder. He treated her like shit all the way till she died. And then the day she died, I found her body. And I had to clean up her blood. My mom. But my dad was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? Who's gonna take care of me? That's great. That's nice. Who's gonna take care of you? And while she was dying, you couldn't be bothered to do nothing. He still wanted her to cook for him. She was dying. She had a hole in her leg from the cirrhosis. But he wanted her to still take care of her. That's how these men are. They want you to take care of them while you dying. And then they still don't care when you dying because it's statistically proven. 70% of men leave their wives when she's terminally ill. My dad couldn't left because he's too old and he could barely move. He ain't gonna be able to find nobody to replace her, so, well, most men will. That's a statistic fact. 70% of them, they leave their wife when she's terminally ill. So if you spend your whole life putting your man before your kids, you are going to be very lonely on your deathbed, and that man that you put before your kids is not going to help you. While you dying, he's still going to be cursing you out, making it all about himself. While my mom was dying, my dad would be calling, oh, she was in the hospital for a little while. He was like, oh, what do I eat? What do I do? That's all he could care about. All he could care about was the fact that she wasn't cooking. That's what happens when you put a man before your kids. Then your kids grow up to hate you. Because, you know, you neglected them. You didn't love them. And on top of the fact, the man that molested and abused them, you loved him more than your kids. And you chose him over your kids. Stop it, y'all. And you chose him. Stop! God damn, y'all crazy. So then you're wondering why, when you're on your deathbed, my sister always hated my brother. And my sister was a horrible child, I ain't gonna lie. But my mom was not a good mom either. But either way. And I was still here for her. Even though she was an asshole and she felt bad in the end. She was like, damn, the daughter that I treated like shit and abandoned and neglected and let be treated like shit because I didn't give a fuck about her because they didn't want me. You know, my dad just trapped my mom with me because she was trying to leave him. So I was very unwanted. I was not wanted. And it showed. So, yeah, you chose that man over your kids. And who was there for you when you was dying? Not him. Not him. Never. You choose a man over your kids, you're going to be very, very lonely in your old age. And when you're sick and you're dying, nobody's going to be there for you. That man is not going to be there for you. I just want y'all to know that. It doesn't happen. These men don't give a fuck about you. They care about themselves and you fulfilling their needs and what you could do for them. The last thing on their mind is being a service to you. They want you to be of service to them. They don't even see you as equal. They don't even see you as human. They don't even see you as equal. Don't you ever put no man before your kids. That's the dumbest shit you can do. I don't care what no bullshit ass organized brainwashing ass religion told you that was made by men in order to make you stupid. Like, my mom did that shit and it did not work out well for her. Rest in peace. That's why she dead. She would still be alive if she would have left him a long time ago. And her life would have been way better. And her kids would have loved her more and been there for her because she would have been a better person. But you know, when you choose a man who's abusive and a piece of shit that treats your kids like shit, over your kids. Yeah, it's kind of what happens. Like, no shit, Sherlock. And then while she on literally her deathbed, while she dying, she's like, oh, you know, your father's like basically being here by myself when I'm here with your father. Because all he do is get drunk. He got drunk and fell off the bed and made his nose bleed. And she couldn't do nothing because she was dying. She literally died a month after he did that. I couldn't even spend much time with her because he kept getting belligerently drunk and being racist and causing fights while my mom was dying. So I was like, damn, I can't even spend as much time as I want to with her. And my daughter can't because you're abusive and crazy and drunk. You're so selfish. You had to make it all about you. He was so jealous that my mom was dying. Like, he was resentful about it. Like, oh, you can't take care of me. You can't be here for me. And he didn't like to see that I was nicer to my mom than he was. He didn't like to see that I treated me and my daughter treat my mother better than he do. That's pathetic. But that's how narcissistic and psychopathic these motherfuckers are. They can't get nothing past me. Like, my dad, all that man do is lie and gaslight all day long. He never take accountability. My dad is the poster boy for toxic masculinity. Real shit. He's like Trump. He's literally just like Trump. Just not red-haired. And he's a bit younger. But they both got heart problems. Yeah, no. Suck my dick. Mad selfish. Mad selfish. That is the most... That motherfucker taught me everything I needed to know about men without even having to tell me nothing, really. He told me at a young age, but all I had to do was really watch and observe. I saw how he was treating my mother. I saw how he was treating me. See, remember, they didn't want me. They all treated me like shit. And in the end, I'm the scapegoat. But in the end, guess who was there for my mom? None of them. Nobody. Me. And I tried to be as best as I could. I had to yell at my dad to help my mom. I had to black on him. I'm like, you should be helping her. She literally spent her whole life helping you. That woman would sleep in the hospital overnight with my dad. He didn't want to do nothing. I'm like, bro, you should be helping her to the bathroom. You should be helping. You married her. Like, you should be helping her out too. You're part of the reason why she is dying. Real shit. Like, you ran her into the fucking ground. And yes, she chose to drink every day because she was fucking miserable. She wanted to leave you, but you got her pregnant with me to trap her. He told me this. She was trying to leave him because he was very abusive. And he got her pregnant with me to trap her, which was very selfish because neither one of them wanted me. Neither one of them wanted me. And they made that known. And so who suffered? Me. I had to be raised by other people. So from 8 years old, I had to be raised by other people. And then ended up being raised in the streets by random strangers. I ran into one of the people. His name is Steve. It's funny, I ran into him in Manhattan a few months ago. I was going to school. I was like, Steve? He was like, Chris? Bro, he has not seen me since I was like 17, or 18 probably. Literally haven't seen him since I left Brooklyn at 18. But he's like, remember I met you in 2005. In 2005, I was 14. This man was like probably 30. I never did nothing with him. But he would let me live at his house because he knew my situation here at my biological parents' house. And I usually would live at like my best friend's houses and stuff, but sometimes I didn't want to because they had rules. And I felt like, oh, because I don't have no parents, I technically don't have to go by any rules. That was the mentality I had, that I didn't need any guidance. I basically raised myself. But yeah, he was like, yeah, I remember that. He's like, I literally was living in other people's houses. This dude was crib from Flatbush. I'm 14 years old, just living in this house. We didn't do nothing like that. But moral story, these motherfuckers did not raise me. They left me for dead. They left me to the wolves. They said, here you go, little shark. Go raise yourself. Like, you know how sharks, they give birth and the shark just gets out and goes? Like, that's how they was. But more of the story, you put your kids first. You don't put the man first. That is some bullshit. That organized religion and patriarchy really be brainwashing bitches to go against their best interests. Because I'm telling you, you put that man over your kids are going to leave you for dead. That's the truth. They're not going to fuck with you. They're going to hate you. If you put that man over your kids are going to hate you. That's the truth. And that man is not going to be there for you when you're old and sick. It's true. He's not. I've seen it a million fucking times. It's also statistically proven. Again, 70% of men leave their wives when she is terminally ill or sick or dying. They're not going to be there for you through sickness and health. They're going to leave you for somebody younger or somebody else that could take care of them. They don't want to take care of you. They have a wife for you to take care of them. They're not trying to take care of you. That's what y'all don't get. So if you follow that dumb Bible, oh, the husband gets served food first, oh, the man comes first, you're going to be living a very lonely life. Your kids are going to hate you, and you're going to die alone and miserable. That's the truth. Because, again, when my mom was dying, that motherfucker made it all about him. He couldn't even stop drinking. And that's another thing I want to get into about alcohol and drugs. Listen, drugs and alcohol do not make you evil. That is bullshit. I know people who are alcoholics and drug addicts, and they love their kids. I know people who are alcoholics and drug addicts, and they would never do the shit that my family has done. Okay, that's number one. The thing is, when my mom's not drinking, she's not that bad of a person. She's alright. She's pretty decent when she's not drunk. My father and my sister, when they're sober, they are still the same person. They're just not as belligerent and hostile. They're just way worse when they're on drugs and drunk. But they're already bad. Drugs and alcohol don't make people bad. People already have personality disorders, and they have addictions. The addiction just brings out the personality disorder more. If somebody's a narcissist and a psychopath, chances are they're also an alcoholic and a drug addict. Because most narcissists and psychopaths, what the hell is you doing? Most narcissists and psychopaths have drug addictions. Even when my sister's sober, she's still a manipulator, a fucking pathological liar, a gas. Like, she still has no soul, doesn't care. You understand? When my dad is sober, it doesn't matter. So people use that alcohol and drug addiction as an excuse and be like, oh, the drugs made me do that. The alcohol made me do it. I drink alcohol and I never wanted to not take care of my kid. I can't relate to that. I can't relate to getting drunk and high and not wanting to be there for your kid, or becoming abusive, or just becoming a magically bad person. I've never taken no drug, got high, got drunk, and lost my conscience. That has never happened. That's how I know it's bullshit. Because no, you were already a narcissist or a sociopath or a psychopath, and you have an addiction, and the addiction just makes you even worse. But other people, even myself, I've gotten high, I've gotten drunk. I never wanted to throw my fucking life away because I got high and drunk. No, most people can drink or even get high, and they're not going to act like that. So no, it's not drug addiction and alcoholism that makes them that way. It's the personality disorder on top of the addiction and alcoholism that makes them that way. Because they're that way without the addiction. They're just that fucking way. No, there's no drug and alcohol that's gonna make you become a deadbeat. That is bullshit. That is bullshit. I don't care if it's the hardest drug in the world. Even if you have an addiction, if you have a conscience and you love your kids and you love people and you care about people, you're still going to care about what you do. You're still going to at least try. Okay? And so don't let people use that shit. Oh, they was a drug addict. My sister uses the addiction excuse because she's a psychopath. So they're always going to use the excuse. Oh, I was an addict. You've been an addict since 12 years old, 14 years old. You are 39. You're about to be 40. How long are we going to use the drug addiction excuse? Because people who have a conscience, they actually try. They actually care. They don't just hate their kids. And no, that's not true. That's not true. You don't just become a monster because you got high. You don't just become a monster because you got drunk. I know for a fact it's not true. Because I've been drunk before, and I've never acted like that in my life. I've been drunk before, and I've never acted the way they did. So that's how I know, I'm like, well, how can alcohol make you do all that? That's bullshit. But they'll say, oh, it's because the alcohol didn't make you that way. You were already that way. The alcohol just brings it out of you more. Because when I drink, I don't just become a fucking piece of shit that don't care about nobody that go, hey, whoa, you're bugging. The dog just tried to, come on, bro. Why would you do this? Crazy dog. Yeah, that's the biggest load of shit I ever heard. Because my sister been using that drug addict excuse for why she hasn't seen her children in going on, 10 years? Oh, you couldn't be a mother because of addiction? No, that's not why. My ex told me straight up, because he's a psychopath too. He's just like my sister. He's a black man, but he's just like my sister. And he admitted, like, why he do drugs is because it's fun and it feels good. That's why they do it. They do it because they're having fun and it feels good. And they don't care about consequences. And they don't care about anybody. They don't care about their kids. No drug just makes you stop caring about your kids. Y'all just already didn't. And y'all use the drug as an excuse. Because I know drug addicts who love their kids. And I know alcoholics who love their kids. And they don't act like that. They don't. You could have a drug addiction and an alcohol problem and still love your kids and still try to be a good person. Or, yeah, you're not perfect. I'm not going to say you're not going to make mistakes. But I'm saying to blatantly not give a fuck and then use that as your excuse of why you never gave a fuck. No, you just never gave a fuck. Let's just be clear. You're a liar. You never gave a fuck since you was a kid. My sister tried to drown me when I was 2. When I was like 9, she came back from rehab. She stole all my video games and consoles and pawned them for crack. Okay. Then the next day, she looked in my face and smiled and said, I love you. No, before she did it, she hugged me. I love you, little sister. And then stole my shit and pawned it for drugs. She's been this person her whole life. Drugs didn't make her this way. She's been this way. This is who she is. Drugs just make her worse. And then she uses the addiction as an excuse. This is what they do, same with my dad. But my dad will sit there lie and claim he wasn't an alcoholic. He's even worse. He'll just straight up lie and say that never happened. He's a gaslighter. He drank every day. He was a big alcoholic, major alcoholic. Everybody and their mom could tell you my father's an alcoholic, like a horrible alcoholic, a raging alcoholic. But he will sit there and say, oh, no, he wasn't drinking. This is why I can't have a conversation with him, because he lives in Delulu, La La Land. He living in a whole nother reality. I can't talk to someone that can't even admit that they was drinking every single day for 40 to 50 years straight. I cannot have a conversation with you. You're denying 50 years of life. There's no conversation we can have. We can't have a conversation. He's 72, 73, and you've been drinking since you was, 15 years old. That's about 50 years or more. Because do the math. 72 minus 15. That's 50-something years that you've been drinking. Almost 60 years, actually. Majority of your life. 85 to 90% of your life. I would say 85%, 80, 85. You spent drinking heavily. And you gonna sit there and say you didn't do that. That's crazy. That's insanity. Now that's real psychopathy. To gaslight like that is nuts. Where everyone and their mom knows you're an alcoholic. Like, so many people could vouch for this. Not even just me. And he'll sit there and be like, no, you're lying. You're making it up. This is why I don't talk to you. This is why I don't. And then he wonders why I don't talk to him. Because you're a liar. You be lying about 50 years. You're lying about 50 years of being an alcoholic. That's crazy. You've been drinking every day, almost every day, heavily, for 50 years. And you gonna sit there and say, nah, I didn't do that. Fuck you. And the way he treated my mother when she was dying. Hey. Oh, shit. Hello. Look at my puppy. Yeah. Huh. shit her crate. That's just funny to me. Moral story, don't put a man before your kids. Don't listen to that bullshit ass brainwashing organized religion. Don't you ever do no shit like that. Because your kids are going to hate you. And that man is not going to be there for you when you old and dying. He's not. He's fucking not. My mom regretted it. While she was dying, she finally realized why she shouldn't have put a man before the kids. And it was too late by then. You're dying. It took you to die to realize that. But on my mother's deathbed, she realized a lot of shit. I was like, crazy. It shouldn't take you to be 60-something years old and dying to realize that you should have not put a man first in your life. Don't be like my mother. Don't wait till you're in your 60s and your kids hate you and don't talk to you and you're dying to finally say, damn, maybe I shouldn't have did that. You think? Don't wait to almost die to regret that. Don't do that. A lot of women do that. A lot of women spend their whole life putting a man first, getting married, running themselves into the ground ragged for a man, putting a man first. And then their kids estranged. Their kids become estranged, meaning their kids stop talking to them. Their kids don't fuck with them no more. And then when they old and dying, that's when they realize, oh shit, I should not have done that. When you're old and dying, that's when bitches realize it. When they've wasted already their entire life, that's when they realize it. And by then it's too late. And there's nothing you could do but die at that point. There's no second chance. You're dead. You don't get a second chance. It's not a video game. You don't respawn. You die. So everything you do in your life, it matters. It matters. It all matters. Everything has a reaction. Every action has a reaction. Every cause has an effect. And I'm telling you, being a pick-me will never go well for any woman. I've watched it. I've watched my mother. My mother was a big pick-me. Traditional marriage, housewife, all that. And she would tell me every day, don't get married, don't have kids, don't do this. And she hated her life. Miserable. She could have got a divorce if she wanted to. I used to beg her. And she would say, no, I love your dad so much. He loves me. He does not love you. He does not love you. I remember being 8, 9 years old, having to tell my mother, that man does not love you. You know the canned foods, right? Like canned peas, canned beans. They heavy. I remember this vividly. I was like 9 years old. And my father was screaming at my mother about nothing. I don't even know what. Remember, he was a drunk and whatever else. Very abusive. And he started throwing the canned foods at her. He was throwing canned food at my mom. So she was like this, over the counter, crying, hiding her head so she don't get hit in the face. And he's throwing the cans at her back. The canned food. I don't remember what happened next. I think he left, or I don't even know. But I remember saying to her, when it all died down, and she was just in the kitchen crying, I was like, you know you could leave. You know our life would be better if you got a divorce. You could leave. She's like, no, he loves me. You don't understand love. You don't understand. Da, 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 da. Oh, I understand perfectly fine that I hate this. And you hate it too. So you drank yourself to death. Like most housewives do. 70% of men leave their wives when she is terminally ill, sick, or dying. 70%. You know how many women leave men when they're sick and dying? 30%. So we gonna sit here and say men and women are the same? We gonna keep lying? Because the numbers don't lie. 70% of men leave their wives when she's dying and sick. And only 30% of women leave their husband when he's dying and sick. That's a drastic number comparison, don't you think? Easy to say, which we know by the numbers. 80% of people who are diagnosed with narcissistic personality disorder or psychopathy or sociopathy, antisocial personality disorder, are men. The large majority of them. They are more narcissistic. And 80 to 95% of all violent crimes, sexual assaults, things like that, a man is the perpetrator in about 90% of cases. We are not the same. Men and women are not the same. We're not about to sit here and do this. We're not going back and forth about reality. You're not about to gaslight us. We're not doing that. That's dumb. Because I see what I see with my eyes. Everybody else see what they see with their eyes. You're not about to tell me what I see with my eyes is not what I fucking see with my eyes. That's number one. Number two, when I look up and find out there's statistical studies and data and numbers to prove that what I see with my fucking eyes is absolutely correct, no, you cannot tell me nothing. You cannot tell me nothing. That's why it's laughable. Like, I watched my mother die. I watched her die. And I know why she was dying. And I know her life didn't have to be that way. Her life was a tragedy. And it didn't have to be that way. She chose a man that was abusive and a psychopath over her kids. She chose that. And her life ended up being a fucking miserable tragedy because of that decision of being a pick-me and putting a man before your kids. No. Don't listen to that bum-ass Bible. Oh, husband first, then kids. Absolutely the fuck not. Because the husband is not putting you first. He's not. He's putting himself first. Men see women as helpmates. They see a wife as a maid and a baby maker and a personal raw sex person. And, 80% of women who get diagnosed... Out of all the women with HIV, right? Because we have records. The health department, they keep records. Out of all the women who are diagnosed with HIV, 80% of them are married. And they got it from their husband. And it's funny, 80% of women who have HIV were only sleeping with one person. 80% of women who got HIV were only sleeping with their husband, and that was it. That's a fact. That is a statistical fact. So out of all the women we have on record that have HIV, 80% of them were only sleeping with their husband. That's sad. And you know how men get HIV? 80% of the men diagnosed with HIV got it from a man. The rest is drugs, needles. Needles is the other way. But 80% got it from men. So men don't even get HIV from women. Men get HIV from men or needles. Women get HIV from men. And 9 times out of 10, they're sleeping with one man. In Africa, there's some superstition that these men made up. They made up some other bullshit excuse to rape little girls. They said, oh, if we have sex with a virgin, it'll cure our HIV. They just made that bullshit up as an excuse to rape little girls in Africa. So they've been raping virgins in Africa to get rid of their HIV, and they've been infecting virgins with HIV. That's what they're doing in Africa right now. That's real. You want to look it up and see if I'm lying? I'm not lying. Why would I say that? Why would I make it up? Have I lied yet? Has anything I said been wrong yet? Or do you not see everything happening in front of us being exactly what I told y'all? I said this shit years ago. Now you see it like, oh, that bitch was right. She wasn't crazy. Okay. Maybe y'all shouldn't have called me a schizophrenic crackhead or, oh, that crazy white bitch, she's schizo. And now everything I said is not a conspiracy. It's actually happening. Wow, would you look at that? So if I haven't been wrong yet, Why would I be wrong now? Why would I start now? If I haven't lied to you yet, why would I start now? For what? So, yeah, these men in Africa have made up this new lie that if they have sex with a virgin, they can cure their HIV. So they've been raping little girls who are virgins and giving them HIV. Virgins. But they'll sit here and say women are whores and thoughts and talk about body count and come at women's body count and call women whores and washed up and thoughts and this and that. But they raping virgins and giving them HIV. That's crazy. Are women doing that? No. We're not at all. That's not happening. That's some crazy shit. So women are the thoughts though, right? Even though men are raping virgins and giving them HIV, 80% of men get HIV from men. 80% of women get HIV from sleeping with their husband. And virgins are getting HIV. But women are whores. STD dirty infested whores, right? I don't have HIV, thank God. And I don't even be fucking because y'all are crazy. Y'all are down low. Y'all be doing anything. Most of y'all are down low. Y'all don't go to the doctor. Y'all be calling bitches whores and y'all body counts be disgusting. Oh, I'm a man. I'm allowed to have a high body count. Okay, have fun, because when your dick falls off from that new flesh-eating STD, there's an STD. It's a flesh-eating STD. It's eating off people's genitalia. Like people's dicks and vaginas are getting eaten from this STD. It's a flesh-eating bacteria. But women are the whores. It's women's body counts we need to worry about. No, I think it's the men's body counts that's a bit more concerning. Because they're the ones spreading so much STDs. Because their body counts are so high. Everything they say is projection. They call women whores and don't trust women and are super insecure and jealous because they're whores. Because they fuck everything moving. Because you can't trust them. Because they're dirty. They don't go to the doctor. They have high body counts. They're nasty. And so they project all of this on women and assume women are just as disgusting as they are. And then they're angry when they find out that we're not. And then they're like, oh, you think you're better than us? And then that narcissistic shame activates inside of them. The inferiority complex. And that's when they become jealous and hateful to women. Because, oh, women don't behave like the monsters we are. Why? Why are we monsters? And women are so great and we're not. Women ain't that great. Women ain't shit. Women are whores, and that's where the hate campaign comes from, and the smear campaign and bashing women comes from, because they know subconsciously we are not the monsters that they are. There are some women who are monsters, but not on the scale of men. The numbers don't lie. So if you want to gaslight and lie and play that dumb shit in people's face, don't be surprised when people don't want to fucking talk to you. Don't act dumb. Oh, male loneliness. Oh, y'all could act dumb all day. Oh, I could see. And then they lie and flip it. Oh, I could see men not wanting to date women anymore. That's not what's been happening. Women been stopped wanting to date men, and now y'all are reverse psychologying it up and saying, oh, it's us. We don't want y'all because y'all can't accept the shame that comes with y'all not being wanted because y'all are monsters. I don't want to accept that I'm a piece of shit monster and that women don't want me. That hurts my ego. I can't accept that. I can't admit to that. My ego. I have to protect my ego. Y'all ego is too big to ever admit to the truth. So, y'all have to bash us. Just like when a bitch is jealous of a bitch and she just goes out her way to bash her to make herself feel better. Like, oh, that bitch ain't all that. She ugly. Oh, I heard she dirty. And start spreading rumors. And you know when a bitch be jealous of another bitch and she talk mad shit about the bitch, spread rumors, lie, all that. That's what men are. That's what men do to women. They be jealous because they know they ain't shit in comparison in many ways. They know that. Oh. They do. Oh, they know. They know, all right. They gotta bash us and accuse us of doing everything that they actually do and project. And then use reverse psychology. Oh, we don't want to date women anymore. Well, first of all, y'all never did. Y'all always been down low. Y'all always been gay. So let's get that out the way. Y'all prefer men. Okay, so we know that. But oh, women don't want us. Well, we don't want y'all. Yeah, okay. Hold on, let me fix this out. Like, yeah, please. I tell you. That's why they bash us. Because we activate their narcissistic shame. They don't like accountability. Narcissists don't like accountability. They don't like feeling ashamed of themselves. And they want to continue doing whatever they want to do that makes them feel good without consequences or being told about it. And so the only way to make themselves feel better is to accuse women of being just as bad as them and calling us thoughts and bashing us and saying all these horrible things about us to justify their bad treatment of us and to justify their bad behavior. It's always a justification and some fucking rationalization, but it's made up out of delusion. It's all made up because it's all projection. It's not us. You hate yourselves. And then you project all your bad traits onto us and claim that we're the ones doing those things to make yourself feel better about you doing those things. Message. I see through all that shit. All the mental gymnastics and mind games. My dad is a psychopath, boomer, Trump supporter. That man, all he do is gaslight. That man, all he do is lie. So there's no lie, no get. And then my exes too, on top of the fact, what? All y'all are see-through. Like, I know a narcissist and a psychopath and a sociopath. I got y'all down pat at this point. I got y'all so clocked, it's not even funny. Y'all are so easy to see for me. Other people fall for it. I used to fall for it too. I see exactly what y'all do. I see, my discernment is so strong, it's crazy. It's scary. It's borderline like having psychic powers. It's borderline like having superpowers. That's how scary my shit be. I dead be reading y'all minds. Y'all just be telling on yourselves when y'all talk to me too. It's crazy. Like, y'all will talk and talk and talk yourselves into confessions. Y'all don't even realize it. Like, y'all be dry snitching all the time. Y'all don't realize it. Y'all be telling in the little, like on Facebook, when Facebook says what's on your mind, and y'all be writing y'all statuses and y'all be sharing shit. Y'all basically telling everybody who you are and what you think. There be so many easy ways to figure shit out, I'm telling you. Y'all be dry snitching all day. And the problem is y'all don't even realize it. Y'all be so dumb. Y'all think y'all so smart. That's the funniest thing too. Y'all think y'all so smart. But y'all are not that smart. Now, granted, y'all are very good at manipulating a lot of women. And that's why I be trying to tell them what y'all do. Y'all are good at it. I'll give you that. Not for me, though. But for them, yeah. And you had me going there for a while, too. Y'all had me going there for a while. Y'all had even me going there for a while. But those days have been so long gone. Years. Those days are very far in the past. And they always have been, because just would never be that serious. It would never be that serious for me. Because of my mother being a pick-me and seeing how that affected me and everybody. And, you know, how that affected us. And how it affected her life. And how she ended up on her deathbed. And her husband didn't care. All he cared about was himself. Like, watching her die. And I'm the one that had to clean up her blood. I'm the one who found her body. I cleaned up her blood. I don't know what would happen if I wasn't here. Thank God I was here. There's been so many situations. My mom has fell on the floor, cracked her shoulder, and my dad was just screaming at her. I'm like, call 911. He screamed at her to get up off the floor. She can't even move. And then she died, like a year after. And that man will still not take accountability. He will still lie. And deny the accountability and the shame that comes with admitting you're a monster. And I get it, when you're a monster, that sucks, I ain't gonna lie. If I fucked with underage girls, if I molested kids, if I beat on women and treated people like horrible shit my whole life, I probably would try to run from it too, maybe. But I would never do those things. So I just can't relate to that at all. I would never be treating everybody bad. I wouldn't be doing all that. I would not be doing that. But that's what y'all do. And then y'all play victim and project on us, and they wonder why. Oh, women are just shitty. Women don't want to. Women are ugly. Women are washed up. Women are thoughts. Women, blah, blah, blah. Mind you, y'all fuck men. And y'all fuck unattractive men, too. Y'all fuck anything. Y'all standards are nowhere near as high as y'all try to make it seem. And then to have those ridiculously high standards as well, y'all just be overly judgmental and just be narcissistic. Like, y'all don't be authentic and genuine. Everything be strategy. Like, the only reason y'all even be setting those high standards is to make women jump through hoops and to manipulate women and to bring down women's self-esteem and break women's spirit and make women feel small and like they not all that, to lower their self-esteem and lower their worth and make them more likely to fuck with you and easier to control and manipulate. You're not actually having like high standards like for any valid reason. It's always like, oh, I need my bitch to be 25 years old. It's never like, oh, I need her to be educated and have morals and be a good mother. Like, it's never any real attributes. I need her to be honest and trustworthy and smart. Things like that. No, it's always shallow and superficial and dumb shit. Like, oh, I would never fuck with a girl that don't go to the gym 5 days a week. Oh, I don't like bitches who don't shave their vagina. Like, it's always some shallow, dumb shit. Y'all never have any, like, standards. Your standards are all about appearance and age. They're never about anything of value or how subservient and obedient she is to, like, I want my woman to do, like, it's always dumb shit. Y'all like, women's standards are not like y'all standards. Women's standards are not, oh, I need a man to be. Granted, there are shallow bitches out there, but most women, that's not what their list of standards are. Most women's list of standards is, oh, you know, have an income of your own, you know, be able to take care of yourself, or be a decent person, have morals, you know, be honest, care about others, care about your, you know. It's not the same. Like, when we have a list of standards and y'all have a list of standards, it's two completely different lists. Y'all list is so shallow and so... And it's literally just created just to bring women down on purpose. To make women feel like, oh, you're less than me. To further enforce that inferiority and, like, you ain't all that. Like, you know, it's all about the ego. And it's all a mind game. It's a psychological warfare. I don't fall for that shit. I don't. But it do make some bitches jump through hoops for y'all. It do. It do make bitches go out and get killed to get a BBL. for men who like men. I'm like, girl, you gonna get plastic surgery and he be cheating on you with men? You gonna get a BBL. And that man be fucking his homeboy. You don't need the BBL, sweetie. You just need a penis. You just need to fuck him in the ass. Maybe he'll listen. I feel like that's what y'all need. I feel like if bitches start fucking y'all in the ass, y'all will act right. Because that's what y'all like. Y'all like men. So bitches fuck y'all in the ass and be pegging y'all. Y'all will listen. Y'all be like, okay, okay. I think that's the only way. Not the plastic surgery. No, sis. You don't need a BBL. You need a strap-on. You don't need a BBL. You just need a strap-on. And you need to get behind him. And ride him like a pony. That's what y'all need. Women don't need plastic surgery. They just need to fuck y'all in y'all booty. And I swear, that's really all it be for y'all. That ass. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I wish I was lying. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. But yeah, that's crazy. Well, I really wish y'all the best. Y'all could keep doing y'all thing on here with y'all misogyny all the time. I mean, I see through it. A lot of other women are starting to see through it too. So, but I mean, hey, I guess there's still some people falling for it. So, as long as you got y'all pick-me's and y'all male-centered bitches, and you know the narcissistic bitches, the sociopath bitches, the bitches that's obsessed with their looks and male attention and male validation, and being, you know, being favored, they learn when they you know, become more invisible. But yeah, y'all are so predictable. Y'all are very see-through. Y'all gotta step y'all game up. Either become a better person or die. I don't know. Because y'all not gonna do that. We know that. That doesn't happen. Narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths, they don't change. They don't change. So, good luck. They can change, though. Like, we can change. People can change. Sometimes. It's just really not likely. That's why I say to myself, because I be knowing. I'll be like, like, I will pass. I will pass. Y'all are so crazy. I just laugh. Like, when I see this shit y'all be saying, too, I just be like, oh, my God. This. Y'all be trying to hurt our feelings so bad because y'all feelings is hurt. Deep down inside. Deep down inside, y'all are really soft. So. That's why y'all do all this dumb shit y'all do. Fucking annoying. Y'all are annoying as fuck. Y'all just so annoying. So I stay away from y'all because I see right. I see y'all personality styles and I just be like, typical.